Hi, Studio Art. This is the non-objective art piece, your first project that you are working on. This is a demonstration, especially for those that have missed class or want to see the demonstration again. I'm posting this on Schoology. Right now, here's my composition that I've drawn out. I have it smaller, and whatever I have in here, I drew bigger. It looks a little different than the small one, which is okay, but I still have those same shapes going on. So like I took this and, these are kind of similar. I didn't draw them exactly the same, but I took basically all the same shapes that were in here and put them back here, and I drew it bigger. Now I'm going to step back and see if I need to add anything. I'm especially looking at balance. I feel like there's a lot going on down here and there's not much going on up here. So I might want to add some more things up here. And I don't know what that may be. It may even just be a simple shape or a line. Like I might even just connect this here and make that. And if that still doesn't do the trick, maybe what I'll do is even make some type of curved line even to there. I could go a double something, I could just make the same line next to each other like this. And maybe that's all I would need. I'm not really liking this line here. And then I'll take a step back and see if it's something that I like. Maybe that even just doing that is a little bit better to me. Okay, so now I'm going to pick my color scheme. A color scheme is it's a bunch of colors. I'd say between 3 and 5 I think you should pick, and you're going to use those same colors throughout this piece, and you're only sticking to those colors. You can change up the colors that you see on your picture that was printed. You do not have to use the same ones unless you really like them, but you could totally change it up. I like this color scheme here. I really like all these different shades of blue. Blue is my favorite color, but I also wanted to add contrast, which is one of our principles of design. And I'm going to contrast that with complementary colors. So I'm going to use tints and shades of blue, and then I'm also going to use this like an orange. I'm going to test them out first though on this piece of paper and see which colors I do like together. I'm just going to, you could do this on your folders or on a separate sheet of paper and see how all these colors look to you. And sometimes if they seem so similar, then just get rid of them. Like these two look really close, but let's see. Ooh, I like that dark one. I'm definitely gonna use these two. I put black in here, but I don't think I'm gonna need my black because I found that really dark blue. Let's see. I don't like that one. I think I'm gonna use these two also. So I'm gonna go with these. There's 4, and then I'm gonna choose one of the oranges that I picked out, see which one I like better. And definitely like this orange better. All right, so here's my 5 colors I'm going to use. All right, so I'm gonna keep these now in my folder so I always have those. So when you get your collection of colors, you wanna make sure you save them so that you're not looking for that same color you used over and over again in all the different bins I have floating around the room, because nothing's worse than finding the wrong one and you apply it to your paper and then it's the wrong color. So now at this point, what I'm going to have you do is start doing some value. Let's work on value. Value is one of our elements, and to add value, we're going to do some shading from dark to light. So I'm going to pick an area here. And I'm going to shade from dark to light. So maybe I'll start here. I'm going to press down really dark first. And I'm going to start in this corner. And then as I continue up, I'm going to put less pressure onto the paper. And then as I keep going, I'm going to be even less pressure. And then eventually I'll just get, most of it will just end up continuing to look the same. The best thing when you're coloring, a tip, is color in the same direction. See how I just keep coloring in the same direction? That helps to make your coloring a lot neater, because if anyone's noticed on the syllabus when I showed you to go through the rubrics, one of the categories is craftsmanship. So coloring in the same direction helps with craftsmanship. Here, I don't have that gradual change as much as I'd like to, so I'm just going to overlap and apply just a little bit more pressure and try to make it blend a little bit better. Okay, so now I have some value going on in this piece. Okay, then in this next section, I'll do another color. Maybe I want to add orange instead so that it has that contrast. Maybe in this area, what I would do is just color in orange solid. So I want you to have some balance with solid color in some areas, some values going on where you go dark to light. And then there's one more thing I'm going to show you. Okay, see how I just keep continuing the same direction? And I'm pressing really dark, trying to get rid of all those whites. It's making it pop out. Okay. Sometimes I have to go in a different direction just to outline it there. All right, and then I'm going to close that up. Okay, I might continue with this orange down here too. Another thing I want to show you is the ombre. What that means is I'm going to combine two colors into each other. So usually to do that, I'm going to do a small section here so that you can see what that's like. I'll do this. I start in one section and one end, and I start to I go a little bit darker. I can always go darker, but I'm going to start off with this value. And then I'm going to use like a different shade of blue that I have in my little color scheme here. I'm going to turn, these are the two I was using. I'm going to turn my paper around. I'm going to start at this end now with a different color blue. Now, you don't have to do this with like the same color. Like colors that would blend in nice to each other are ones that are like next to each other on the color wheel. So like yellows and oranges blend nice, or orange and red blend nice. You can even blend purple into blue. I could even actually add green into blue. Okay, so now I'm going a little bit lighter on my pressure, heading toward that darker blue. I think I need to add a little bit more of this blue here. And then I get to the point where I'm going to overlap them. So like they've kind of met right here, but then I'm going to take this blue and go into that lighter blue very lightly with my pressure. And then I'm going to turn this around and do the same thing with this blue. I'm going to overlap that into the darker blue. So like there's a gradual transition. Okay? Okay, so I want you to focus on, and actually here it looks like I need to put a little bit more pressure because it didn't seem to blend too well. So I'm going to go back again, add a little bit more dark, and then I'll take a step back and see how that blended. Okay, that's a little better. All right, so I want you to concentrate on three things when you're coloring. I want you to concentrate on value going dark to light. This actually also creates value because there's a dark and a lighter blue. Take two different colors and kind of blend them into each other. And then I want you to do some areas that are solid color where you press really dark, okay? So I want you to concentrate on those three things. And then another thing I want you to do is do your best to like equally balance all the different types of coloring techniques throughout your piece. So like if I have this orange here, where else am I going to add orange? Well, maybe I'll, balance it up here and put orange in this big space. And then maybe I would do orange again in this space. Or maybe not that space, but maybe this space. And then this blue that comes together, maybe I would put that again somewhere over here and then maybe somewhere up here. So you want to try to equally balance everything around, okay? And then you take a step back and see, where else you want to add color. You don't always have to have dark with the same color. So say I wanted to use one of these darker colored pencils that I used in here where I ombra'd it and press that dark in another section. Okay, so maybe I want to take I think I used this one here, over here, instead of creating like a value, maybe I want to take it and then just right here press really dark. So I'm going to have like a solid color here with it. Okay. All right. I think that's about it for now for this video. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you so much.